tonight we're going to talk about R-Truth because he's been fucking hot lately. He's a friend of the show. He follows Al and Botched Spots both, but doesn't follow me or Bo, and she makes it a point to reference that every chance she gets because we're not cool. But first, you have to finish the story. That's what I'm saying. Let him finish the story. He's been red hot lately, from the hot tag in the Royal Rumble to showing up in the Women's Royal Rumble. Like, all of those things. Like, let's talk about our boy R-Truth. Give him his roses for being a national treasure. Talk about what he's done for wrestling, and then take the plane home and land it. Bo, I'm going to let you lead off, man. How much do you love R-Truth?
Oh, dude, I've been an R-Truth fan for years upon years. And I've been an R-Truth a fan so long. I remember him and Road Dogg back in WWF.
Yeah.
When he was K-Quick.
K-Quick, baby. Yeah. And K-Crush. Right. The long-forgotten K-Crush.
Yeah, dude. I mean, because if you know the story of R-Truth, he wanted to be a musician to originally start off his career. And he kind of got the best of both worlds. Like, he still does his musician stuff. I'm still kind of jealous that he has a picture with Tupac. Like, it makes me jealous on the inside.
His music is so good, too. So good.
Everybody's bringing this up in the chat, so I'm going to share it real quick before you go, Al. This was my favorite thing he did the other day before going into Elimination Chamber.
Oh. Yeah, I love it.
Well, I'm here in Austria. Where's everybody at? I don't see nobody. I been to the hotels. The arena's empty. Should I just go back home? Hey, good mate. Back to the area port.
Area port.
The area port.
Boy.
So, Al, how much do you love R-Truth?
He's honestly like...
I don't think so. It's just funny, Cam.
My favorite part of WWE. Like, hands down, I look forward to R-Truth more than I look forward to anybody else on that card. And it is because it's always, like, you know that it's going to be a funny, lighthearted, feel-good moment. You know what I mean? Like, you know that it's going to be amazing. Anytime he comes out, he's going to perform at 100%, give it his all, and it's going to be great. Like, I never would expect anything less from him. And he is the gem of pro wrestling.
When I think about it, people talk, and before I say this, okay, I'm by no means saying that R-Truth is as great as this person. But when you talk about character work, people talk about The Undertaker. He was the same person for 30 plus years throughout his career. He showed up for work. He did what was asked of him. He did a good job. He won titles. He went home. R-Truth has done that consistently since 1996. He came into the business. He showed up for work. He's won titles. And from K-Crush all the way to R-Truth now in 2024, he's essentially been the exact same person for 30 years. And to me, that's impressive in any career. As a chef, as a blue-collar worker, as a fucking telephone operator, if you can do anything consistently for 30 years at the top of the game, like, hats off, dude. That's what I take away, is the longevity of R-Truth's career. Like, the man has just worked nonstop outside of injury, and all he does is get over with the fans. This isn't going to be like a full-blown, like, we're not going to break down his entire career match for match for match or anything wild. I just want to kind of talk about some of our favorite moments. Real quick, I'm going to rattle off some names. because this is the thing about R-Truth. When I was doing my work for the episode, this was really easy because I was like, I love R-Truth. A lot of this shit I just remember. But he worked for XPW, he worked for NWA, he worked for NWA Wildside, he worked for AAA, he worked for the Juggalo Championship Wrestling on more than one occasion. Like, he worked for FCW when they were still around. Like, this man, between leaving WWE in 01 and his comeback in 08, that 7-year span, that man got out there and he made towns, dude. Like, he was working hard. Now, Bo, when he was in TNA, he did something really important. He was the first African-American man to win the National Wrestling Alliance 10 pounds of gold heavyweight championship. You're the resident TNA guy because you watched it, so you still watch it weekly now. Like, what did you think about R-Truth winning the NWA title after everything he had done? What's up? Good to see you, Jess.
What's up, Jess? When I was still real young when he won it, and I remember going, no, there's no way that he knocks off King Shamrock. There's no way.
Thank you for the gift, anonymous to AJ.
And when he pinned Shamrock and won it, I was like, all right, because he's always been so talented. And it's just, and I didn't know until I got older, I didn't really know the big, good, wholesome moment, but like growing up going, oh, he is still to this day the first, and from what I understand, I could be wrong, correct me if I am, he is the first and still to this day the only recognized African-American NWA champion.
Pretty
I could
sure.
be wrong. It could have changed, and if it is someone, please correct me. But I think I might be wrong.
I'm
but
looking
he's not
right now.
But here's what a lot of people get, and when it comes to his TNA run, he was a tag team champion. R-Truth hasn't held that NWA belt once. He held that NWA belt twice.
He did. He was a 2-time champion. No, you're right.
Okay.
I think Blue Demon Jr., Brent Albright, no. Abyss, no. Sting, no. Christian, no. Rhino, no. AJ, Ray Gonzalez, Ron Killings. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. Look at you with the brains in the history books, Bo.
Can I ask you a question, though?
Yeah.
Who was the only person to beat Ron the Truth Killings for the NWA title both times?
That's cheating because I have the list up in front of me.
Oh,
I just looked. It would be Jeff Jarrett.
Yeah. The only one that's ever going to beat Truth for the title.
Yeah. And the reason why I'm not going to say the answer and cheat, but I'm looking at it because I was just looking at the list of champions. So I saw Jeff Jarrett's name twice, so I knew the answer to it. The thing that I like about him working in AAA is you saw a lot of things. You saw him work Juventud, Laredo Kid, X-Pac. Like a lot of guys you typically wouldn't think, again, looking through like just matches. His early WWF run, you saw him work with people like a young Matt Hardy and Billy Gunn. And then later in life, we've seen him work with these guys again. He's one of those guys where you see them work and then you see them work again, a generation later with the same people, and you see him grow and you see him evolve. Promo wise, this dude has one of those things when it comes to his promos where everybody has a favorite R-Truth promo. Do you guys have any that come to mind real quick, like right offhand?
I'll go with my second favorite one. When he came out, because I'll tell you my first one off air. When he came out and basically gave a rundown what he was going to do that year in Money in the Bank, and listen to Kane go, "You're not even in the match." Like, just like it. That has to be one of the most memorable ones I have because he came out so straight faced and serious, and it was like, what?
Wasn't it the Royal Rumble one year? He came out with a ladder and climbed the ladder like he was going to take the Money in the Bank briefcase with him. One of my favorite is when he came out and was talking about Paul Heyman, or he was coming out about the Royal Rumble, and he was like, "I'm going to come out here and I'm going to throw everybody over the top rope and I'm going to win the chance so I can challenge you, Paul Heyman." And Paul was like, "I'm not in the Royal Rumble. It's Brock." And R-Truth was like, "Oh, fuck, dude.
My
Hold on
bad.
a sec."
My
like,
bad.
yeah, like,
My bad, dog.
my bad. Hold up.
You
My
got
bad.
this. You got this.
Little Jimmy. Everything he's ever done with Little Jimmy. Here's a question. All right. We've talked about the hardcore title. R-Truth is synonymous with the 24/7 title. Do you guys think that they could have done something with the 24/7 title to make it more like the hardcore title to help get it over more? Because by the end of it, it was like a joke. Like, could they have done something with that to make that title seem a little bit more relevant?
I think so.
They could have just brought back. They could have brought back the hardcore belt. I honestly think that belt was doomed from the get go when Mick Foley. Like, come on, you had Mick Foley pull out a belt and basically describe the hardcore belt. Then he pulls out a big old circle that says 24/7 on it.
I mean, I feel like if they had made it more hardcore and a little less like comedy, because they used it as like the comic relief on Raw and stuff, when they could have made it like its own like real thing instead of like, oh, this other match is happening. Let's also have the 24/7 people like run out. You know what I mean? Like,
they did it. If you look back, what's up, Ryan? Ryan Gaming. How are you,
Ryan?
Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. If you look at WrestleMania 18, Crash Holly, and Goldust and all of those guys, when they had the hardcore title throughout the night of WrestleMania 18, it changed hands like 3 or 4 times that night during WrestleMania because they would cut to the backstage in between to do a promo, and then all of a sudden the hardcore division would come running through and somebody would get pinned. Like, announcers won it. Like, Lillian Garcia won the hardcore title at one point. Like,
R-Truth won it.
He won it twice. But like, that's always my reference point when I'm like, they had the framework for how to do it, and they didn't continue that push because that 2001, 2, and 3 push with that hardcore title with Crash Holly and all those guys was like the baby steps of what the 24/7 title became. And I just don't think Vince at that point in his fragile mind or ego was willing to admit that it didn't work, and he still kept pushing it down our throats. At one point, they got to where they were doing those cinematic 24/7 segments with like the ice cream trucks and shit. Y'all remember that?
They almost, didn't 1 year they almost like kill the power to WrestleMania and like defending the hardcore belt?
Yeah, that was the Goldust Big Show stuff where they ran the golf cart.
Yeah, ran almost,
and they hit the power. It was the ground cable for the entire like production set and stage and everything. And when they crashed the golf cart into it, like it could have killed the power for everything.
It's funny.
Yeah. So he's won tag titles, he's won world titles, he's won all those other like, but something he's also done that I think that sets him apart is character work and comedy together, but he also has the point to get over whoever his tag team partner is.
Yes.
Okay. What be it Awesome Truth or be it Carmella and R-Truth. Like he always was able to get his partner over. Carmella got so much shine just by being with R-Truth that it was unreal. Like, so Bo, who's your favorite tag team partner of R-Truth?
That'd be Golden Truth and Goldust.
Yeah, that was great, dude.
It's just they're both. Dustin, when he gets into that like when he leans into the comedy of Gold Dust, and then you put R-Truth on top of it, it's just like there's no better connection than the Golden Truth, baby. Come on.
Now,
I really like the Awesome Truth, and I really want them to like make a comeback. Like I want the Miz to rescue R-Truth from the Judgment Day.
I think that would be a good way to do it. Everybody's saying they want R-Truth and Awesome Truth at Mania against Judgment Day to be the ones to dethrone them. That would be a good way to do it. To have like Miz, because he's been fighting this whole thing. Like, you're not in Judgment Day, I'm your boy. Like, remember, Awesome Truth is the shit. Like, we were, like, and he's pushing for it. And, they'll eventually push Miz away. And then Miz will have to come back and save R-Truth. And that's when the build will happen. Gitcho says Truth and Carmella was funny. Ryan says R-Truth and Road Dogg was a nice duo.
3 Life Crew, baby.
Yeah. I think my favorite R-Truth tag team partner is probably going to be The Miz. Little Jimmy's up there, though. I mean,
Little Jimmy's a good one.
Little Jimmy's up there. Do you guys have a favorite match or anything right offhand when it comes to him?
Right offhand, I
See,
can't
that's what
pinpoint one match.
The Miracle and 34th Street fight, the one they just had at Christmas time between him and JD for who was going to be in Judgment Day.
I'm going to steal Mike's. I'm going to take Mike Cena and Truth. R-Truth getting to wrestle his childhood hero, John Cena, was an incredible moment.
Should have got it a second time, says Mike. Yeah. He's been able to work everybody. He worked Omos for a long time, which I thought was weird. He was doing a bunch of house shows against him. Like, just looking through his sheet, when you look at it, you're like, holy shit, he wrestled a bunch, but he wasn't on TV a lot. And I think that says something to his work rate and his workability, is the fact that he's always just kind of there for him to use. That was it, guys. Like I said, I didn't have a whole bunch. I just wanted to talk about R-Truth tonight. Y'all got anything else before we get ready to plug it and land the plane?
No, I definitely think.
Go first, Al.
I definitely think that he's much more of a key factor of WWE than people, I think, realize that he is. He was out a while for injury, but I think that like people don't understand like how important he is to that roster. He's madly respected by that locker room. He does a lot that people don't necessarily see.
Agreed. Bo?
I think he's an inspiration to people that, just like Booker T, that you're young, you slip up, but if you get back on the right track, you can do anything. But I did have to, and I hope Will doesn't know this, but he probably does. R-Truth used to wrestle in Memphis, and he wrestled Jerry the King Lawler while he was there.
I did not know that.
Yes, sir. He wrestled in Memphis. That was his first time in Tennessee before he went back to Tennessee for TNA. Before he signed to WWE. It was before he signed to WWE. He was working a territory in Memphis with the King.
USWA or something like that?
I don't remember what the actual promotion was, but I remember in my research for tonight, I remember seeing that. And I was like, oh, I don't know if Will knows this one.
I didn't know he wrestled in Memphis. That's huge. Everybody at some point or another wrestled in Memphis. Again, like, this wasn't supposed to be some like drawn out like match by match breakdown. This was just 3 fans who wanted to talk about some of their favorite R-Truth stuff because we didn't really have anything else planned for the episode and it felt right. So that's what we did. I like it when it's just the 3 of us. Sometimes it's nice and relaxing. Bo, tell everybody what's going on in about 30 minutes or so, 45 minutes.
About another 45 minutes. You can pop over to Off the Top Media watch Sorry for the Interruption, where we're going to not be sorry for interrupting. Here every Sunday and Thursdays. Sundays for Botched Spots and Chair Shots. Thursdays for Nerdy News at 420. Tuesdays off the top media for NXT on tap. Wednesdays and Saturdays on Wolfpack Podcast for Wolfpack Podcast and Boyfriend Time. Anything else, follow me on Twitter, Jaxpo2020.
Miss Al.
You can find me on Instagram. Woo, sorry. That came out of nowhere. Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter at JustAGirl918. I will finally be back for trivia on Thursday. I know it has been a while since I actually hosted my trivia show. So yeah. Paul Heyman is in the mailbox. So I think I'm going to actually really for real this time reprise my comic, but it's going to be a little different. So TBD.
Thank you, Ryan. MCW was the promotion R-Truth took on Jerry. I'm going to do my thing. Make sure you follow us anywhere you do anything on the internet at Rivet City Radio, Botched Spots and Cheer Shots, and Off the Top Media, Facebook, Instagram, iHeartRadio, Twitter, Spotify. Like, you have all the options. If you check our links in our descriptions and our Discord link, you'll find a direct link to all the producers and hosts of Botched Spots and Cheer Shots, Off the Top Media, Nerdy News at 420, all of the stuff Rivet City Radio does. We're all there hanging out. Also below that is the My Spreadshirt link. That's the Botched Spots and Chair Shots and Off the Top Media merch. Everything you have is there for us. Importantly, but not most importantly anymore, is the Amazon Prime subscription. If you have Prime Gaming, if you have an Amazon Prime, you get a Prime Gaming subscription. With that, you can give that subscription to any of your favorite Twitch streamers, be it Rivet City Radio, Off the Top Media, She Elite Showcase, Creation World. Give it to Ryan Gaming TD. Give it to any of my friends, just as long as Jeff Bezos doesn't get it. He has too much money. But starting in March, guys, we're rebranding and rolling out the new patreon.com for Rivet City Radio, okay? We're going to have 3 different tiers. Tier 1 is $2. It's cheaper than subscribing to us here on Twitch. You get ad-free shows. You get the Delicious as Fuck cookbook. You get access to all the Rivet City Radio blogs and articles. And you get access to a replay of all the shows from Off the Top Media and Rivet City Radio, all ad-free for $2. Next week, starting the first week in March, we're going to be doing our February recap. And what we're going to do is we're going to start shouting out all of our Patreon subscribers. So with that, from the 1st of March through the 1st of April, we're going to be doing a giveaway. You have to tune in next week to see what we're giving away. But we're going to do a giveaway on April 1st for all the subscribers on Patreon and Twitch. All right, we're going to release the rules this week for the giveaway and all of that. So be on the lookout. Go subscribe to patreon.com. Enjoy it. We love you. That's it. Anything for the class before I talk real fast? Your camera could see everything you were doing on your phone, by the way.
Okay.
Okay. I didn't know if you were
You're
trying
taking
to
a
be
picture of the
sneaky-
cat.
Yeah.
I took a picture of the cat.
I didn't know what you were doing. I was just like, huh.
I took a picture of the cat because the door is cracked and he was glaring in, like, what you guys doing? And I thought
What's
it was
up, homie?
funny.
What's
So
up,
I
homie?
took a picture of it and I texted it to Will.
Did you?
I did. Because
You-
he thought it was funny.
You guys got anything for the class before I talk real fast?
No, I didn't realize you could see my whole phone screen.
Well, I just didn't want you to be like, you know.
I feel like Will's called Allison out about a lot of things today.
I know.
I'm
She
here to
was
keep
trying
her
to
employed.
secretly like burp, and you're like, "What are you doing?"
I'm sorry. She's sitting 3 feet away from me.
Nuh-uh.
Kayfabe.
Kayfabe. Sorry. She's in Atlanta. Kayfabe. But Now, as we close another episode of Botched Spots and Chair Shots, take a minute. Thank you for listening. Remind you to go wherever you do anything on the internet. Like, follow, subscribe, unsubscribe, and then subscribe again. Telling me that Bo has a fantastic beard, I have a fantastic beard, Cam has a fantastic beard, and we need a Rivet City Radio calendar. Or tell me that Panda follows Selfbet and Selfbet follows Panda. Either way, it helps the algorithm and it helps find new listeners. If you're feeling really generous to be one of the VIP people, head over to patreon.com and donate to the Rivet City Radio Podcast Network. You get some fantastic swag. We get some fantastic guests. It's a what, Bo?
Win-win.
For everybody's favorite Ginger Ninja Jax, Bo, for the Boss Bitch Al, I am the Will Gray. Thanks for stopping by and listening, my people.
Bye-bye.
Later.